Overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin, William Byron making up row one.
Denny Hamlin's best friend right now is Matt Benedetto. I think with the position Matt's in, he'd be happy to push that leather car to the win, but that inside line is organized, and they're going by Denny on the inside. Clint Boyer pushing that 24, Byron to the lead.
Up the racetrack, a block for the 11. Clint Boyer goes up. Here comes Christopher Bell in the 95.
Christopher Bell is racing for a win to try to get into the playoffs.
Christopher Bell, a 25-year-old, going up right now against the 22-year-old and William Byron. Those two leading at Daytona.
And two wide behind them. Not a lot of energy that's going to be generated from that. As long as they're too wide, now you're starting to see a little bit of a run from that top lane. That's going to move this bottom lane. Truex to the outside of Bell.
What was the number you mentioned earlier, Steve? How many times at super speedway races has Martin Truex Jr. come up a little bit short?
Car in the fence, hard.
Oh, hard. Clint Boyer in the 14 slamming into the wall.
Hold your line.
They've already taken the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Martin Truex Jr. out front. Now William Byron fighting on the inside for the lead and the win. They left behind him again.
Stay with your teammate.
They continue to fight.
You're clear.
Through 3 and 4. William Byron looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. A win, a secured spot in the playoffs. William Byron's going to win. Chase Elliott coming home in second. NASCAR has told us they wouldn't throw the caution if they thought the drivers were not in danger, if they were involved in an accident. They let them race all the way back to the checkered flag. You see the 13, Ty Dillon, hard contact. We saw the 4 of Kevin Harvick also involved. Clint Boyer was involved.
21 and Matt Benedetto crossed the line in 12th with a little bit of damage from some of those crashes happening in that last lap. He has a little bit of...
Right now, unofficially, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson out of the playoffs. The 21 of Matt Benedetto. Taylor, you can continue crying. We know you're watching at home. Matt Benedetto looks to have just made it into the playoffs. And there, the remnants of the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. A 7-time champion.
You better do a hell of a burnout.
William Byron, only the second driver ever to win in the 24. Of course, Jeff Gordon made the number famous.
Yeah!
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. Chad Knaus, a 7-time champion crew chief, switched over to William Byron.
Nice work, boys.
When we talked to Chad, we mentioned there's really no comparison between the two drivers, because when he was with Jimmy, they were both younger. They were both kind of growing and learning the sport together. Now he has someone green who's learning the sport for the first time, and he's 7 championships into it. Look at the celebration. And the crowd's able to enjoy it here with the fireworks in the background. William Byron gets his first win in the NASCAR Cup Series. Marty.
Well, Rick, the car's going to get away, but I don't think William Byron cares at this point. Man, what a day to get your first career win. Kind of soaking it in front of these Daytona fans. So, William, you guys pit for 4 tires. You're back in traffic. At that moment, did you think a win was even possible?
Yeah, I mean, I had confidence in Chad and the guys that we could get 4 tires and make the most of it. So, just extremely blessed, and this is incredible, man. It's been a hard couple of years in the Cup Series and trying to get my first win and try to gel with this team. And these guys have done an awesome job today and gotten us in the playoffs, and it's amazing, man.
to celebrate with your crew. William, how intense was the racing tonight? Racing your teammate Jimmy Johnson, knowing it was a point or two, either way it could swing. What was that like in the pack all night long?
Yeah, it probably the hardest track to points race. You know, we didn't have a great stage 2. Kind of got back in the pack, got shuffled when everyone went single file, and kind of thought my hopes were up there. And we were racing around the 21 and the 48 in the final stage. And I was like, man, I gotta really make something happen. And luckily was able to push the 43. The 22 and him made some contact and opened up a hole for me, and I wasn't gonna live. So it's awesome. Thanks to Liberty University, Chevrolet. Thanks to God, it's amazing.
In 2020, it's special to celebrate with the fans, right? How about this moment to celebrate with those guys? There's fans here at Daytona tonight. Go have fun. William Byron is in the playoffs. The best way you can do it, Rick, with a win, and the fans cheering him on.